It's not the big purchases that sink your profit. It's the silent leaks, the ones you don't even see. Today, I'm showing you where most businesses are losing thousands without even realizing it, and how we help our clients stop the drain and keep more of what they earned. Stay tuned. Hey there, Lovely. Welcome. I am the financial strategist and CEO of Lovely Financials Group. Welcome to Harmonious Wealth, where we help women create margin, lead with clarity, and build businesses that fund their legacy, not just their lifestyle. So, we are continuing on with our Overflow Method. We are currently in phase 3, which is profit leak detection. The part where people skip the most, where the real money reside, okay? But when we work with our clients, we're casting vision, we're uncovering truths, then we're looking at the financial story, and then now we are going through profit leak detection. And within 2 weeks of working with our clients or going through a kickoff meeting, we then do our profit planning intensive. But today we're just going over the profit leak detection. So the profit leak detection is stemmed from the Keep Half Diagnostic, and that tells us based off of what your CEO salary should be, can you actually afford to pay yourself based on your current business model from the past 6 months. But before we get into everything, I want to share the cornerstone of your financial strategy as a small business owner, especially as a service-based business owner, and you can get the CEO salary calculator. Get that because it's gonna soberly tell you exactly what you should be paying yourself from your business, because we should not be living paycheck to paycheck and we should not be living off of 100% of what we pay ourselves. So if you want that for free, okay, for free 99, go to lovelyfinancials.com/CEO to get your copy, okay? So the first thing is leaks hide in the places that you trust the most. What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, so profit doesn't disappear because of one mistake. It leaks slowly with our everyday decisions. Overspending on tools and subscriptions that, that's really sneaky. 6 months, we go over subscriptions with our clients just to ensure that they are using what they need. Another thing is paying contractors or team without a clear ROI, poorly pricing your offers that look profitable but really aren't, or worse, you're not paying yourself because you'll catch up later. Those are the things that are like slowly progressing into disrupting your profit, not just like one thing, right? So if you're thinking, okay, you're already profitable, do you really need the Keep Half Diagnostic, or do you really need to look at the leaks? So my question for you is, are you really profitable, or are you just not broke in your terms? Or because there's a difference. Most business owners think they're doing fine until we show them that they're keeping less than 20% of their revenue in business, that they're paying their team more than that they can pay themselves, that they're coasting off cash flow without a real strategy. So inside of our financial strategy experience services, we give you evidence and answers so that you can stop assuming and lead with precision. So what that means is with the Keep Half Diagnostic, we give you an overview of the past 6 months of your revenue, the past 6 months of your team costs, the past 6 months of your expenses, and then we'll show, okay, what is the profit before your salary? And when we put in your ideal salary, can you afford to pay that? How much profit is left over after you pay yourself? And then we go into, okay, what are the debts that you have to pay? Because when we're paying back the debts, it turns into an expense, even though it's not on your profit and loss statement. And then we're able to say, okay, what needs to change immediately so that you can be able to at least pay yourself most of what you need to earn, or at least increase your profit so that you can afford your team and other operating expenses. And this is where I like to geek out, because I like to think of spending or like the health of a business based off of percentages. So we give you some profit guidelines based off of your industry, based off of your business, and based off of your goals, so that you know what you should be spending on based off of the revenue that you're bringing in or what you want to generate. So the second thing is, when it comes to the profit leak, is you can't fix what you don't measure. So when we walk our clients through the Keep Half Diagnostic, it shows an audit and calculates your true profit margin and how much you're able to pay yourself or not pay yourself, and what percentage of revenue is quietly going to overhead, to ops, or any of the other things that you didn't realize. So to continue on with our Keep Half Diagnostic, once we look at the past 6 months, the diagnostic then computes what your revenue should be so that you can reach that 50% before your owner's pay. And say if nothing changes on your expenses, what your revenue should be, but then also going through the team and having like a certain percentage of revenue for team, especially for project based business owners. Like if you have direct costs, we're going to go through that with a fine tooth comb. And this is before we even start working on the books. We'll get access to your bank statements and will assess your spending based off of the past 6 months with your bank statements and your credit card statements. And then we'll have like an audit, our Keep Half Diagnostic assessment. And that way, before we get into anything or the next step of our profit planning intensive, we have a overview of what's been going on in your business so that you can soberly look at it. And the goal for me is to get to or as close to 50% profit margin before your pay, because that will mean that you'll be able to pay yourself. You'll also be able to pay any debts because, like I said before, debts can be like an expense, and then also have cash on hand remaining so that you can continue to grow your cash reserves as you go through your business. So, next, strategy without cleanup is just another expense. So, here's how we're different. We don't just point out the leaks, we plug them babies up. So, what that means is with all of our financial strategy experience clients, we go through a full profit plan that connects the pricing, the team costs, the CEO salary, and one living document. So, living document means that if we need to achieve it in a certain particular quarter, then we can do so, and then we can update the remaining of the year with your goals. So we offer bookkeeping cleanup to those who need to get caught up with their bookkeeping. So say if you joined us in July of a calendar year and you need January through June caught up, you can purchase bookkeeping cleanup to go backwards, and then we'll help you plan out that investment during our profit planning intensive. We don't just give you strategy, we help you create and build a clean foundation so that you can build structure that gives you the tools to maintain your margin. So, in summary, that is our profit leak detection. We go through our Keep Half Diagnostic. We give you some profit guidelines and understand what the leaks are so that we can plug them up together during a profit plan, and then create the foundation with bookkeeping cleanup if that is necessary to go backwards. So the profit leak detection isn't about shame. It's not about pointing out what you did wrong. It's not about any of those things, but it's really about understanding and stewardship. If you can be trusted with a little, you can be trusted with a lot. Because once you know where your money is going, you can decide how to redirect it with wisdom and alignment. And I would love to invite you, if you are a service based business owner, a coach, a project based business owner, and you're making multiple six figures in your business and you're needing assistance with understanding how to close some of those gaps to reach your goals, I would invite you to work with us in our financial strategy experience services. You can learn more about our financial strategy experience services by going to lovelyfinancials.com/strategy to get started. Bye for now.